What if the trail was never just about the trail? What if the dirt road, the mountain view, the campfire, or maybe just getting out into the fresh air? What if all of that was actually about something deeper, something much more? What if the adventure is really about finding you again? That is what we are going to be talking about today.
Is the ladies' confident trail show. This is the ladies' confident trail show.
Welcome to our Ladies Confident Trail Show and Podcast. This is our weekly show and podcast. The Ladies Confident Trail Show and Podcast is where we help women learn everything about their Jeep, build confidence, and create adventures that change more than just the weekend. I'm Kristen DeLibra, and I am so glad you're here with me. Today, we're talking about something bigger than modifications. To what? Don't worry, we'll be getting back to modifications. But today, we're talking about something bigger than modifications, bigger than trails, bigger than tires or upgrades. We're talking about why the adventure matters. And I'm going to get a little off subject today and a little personal. I know for me, and from what I've experienced from you, amazing ladies, things I have heard, what you have told me, 2026 seems to be a year where adventure matters even more. I know for us personally, and for me, the adventure matters even more. It is more important because of the things that are going on behind the scenes, personally and personal life in the development so far in 2026. And sometimes that fuels how important, or we're going to say how much more important it is to get out there and to live these adventures, and how we need to be out there doing more and we need to be out there for ourselves. And with changes that we're making in our own lives, how crucial it can be that, you know, our adventure matters more and more. It matters for so many different reasons. And that is what we're going to be focusing back on today. Something I really wanted to touch on, something I really wanted to talk about, just because it relates to me personally and to you amazing ladies, from what I've heard from so many of you this year and for 2026. And that is why I want to jump in, and we're going to dive right into that together today. We're going to jump back in. I get off subject. I apologize. But we are talking about why the adventure matters, why we crave it, why we need it, and why getting out there might be one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. Because, we got to put ourselves first. And when we talk about health, right, we're not just talking about working out, eating healthy. We're talking about emotional health, mental health, all of those things. And there's something powerful that happens when we load up in our Jeep and head out. Maybe it's a mountain road. Maybe it's a scenic drive. Maybe it's a beach trip, which we have one of those coming up in just a couple weeks. So excited. It could be a forest trail, a back road, or just nowhere in particular. It might be, I just need to load up, go for a drive, roll down the windows, put the top back, whatever that adventure might be. But the moment you go, something shifts. You breathe deeper, you think clearer, and you feel lighter. And this is so true. Again, the destination isn't the most important thing. Yes, sometimes that destination is incredible and the memories that we make, but it's those steps along the way, the path to get there. And for a little while, the noise gets quiet. As women, we wear a lot of hats. And I know for so many of us, I've stepped into a new space in a new place in life. And I know for so many of you ladies, you are either in this place or have been in this space. And we're caregivers. Like this thing of all these different hats that we're wearing. I mean, I feel sometimes like I have like this whole stack of hats that I am wearing all at the same time that we're caregivers. We're professionals. We're working. We have a job, a career. We're partners. So we have a significant other. It might be that we're moms, but we're always the problem solvers. We're the ones who keep so much moving, so many things together, the schedules. And sometimes, and I'm going to say not sometimes, most of the times, majority of the times, we lose ourselves in all the roles that we carry and all those different hats. We start to lose here because we're having to be so many different things. And that's why adventure matters. That's why adventure matters sometimes more than all the other things that we are doing. Because sometimes the trail is the one place where no one needs anything from you. No one's asking you to wear all these hats and to be all these things. It is sometimes the one place that you can go to escape and to really be yourself again with no one asking you for something, no one pulling you in different directions, and no expectations from someone else of what you're responsible for, what you need to be doing, what you are doing for others for that day. It's just you and the road and the view and the version of you that gets to simply be, to simply be you, reconnect to yourself, hear your own voice again. And adventure is not selfish. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. I feel like we have been raised in a space, and sometimes we have those ideas put on us by others that by taking care of ourselves, needing to do something for us, that's selfish. And that is not true. Taking time for yourself is about taking care of you. It's wanting peace. It's needing that space, more joy, and freedom is not selfish. It's healthy. It resets you. And that is something to be healthy. Again, remember, I just said it's not just about eating healthy, working out, taking the right vitamins, those types of health. We're talking about emotional health. We're talking about our emotional, mental health. And it's healthy to go out and take care of yourself and have that freedom. It resets your nervous system. It clears that mental clutter and it gives you room to think or to just be and not be thinking. It reminds you that life is bigger than the to do list. If you are anything like me, you may have a to do list that is pages upon pages. It grows. You might find yourself rewriting your to do list, and you have the important to do list, then that things you need to get done at some point to do list, those things in the future to do list. And our brain can always be going and going. And sometimes one day outside can do more for your soul than a month of pushing through burnout. And I know for a lot of years, I was great at pushing through when I was tired, when I was burned out, when I didn't have the energy, the emotion to go with things and to continue to just push and push and push. But you know what? Burnout is real and that isn't healthy. And here's something I really want you to hear. There is no one right way to enjoy your Jeep. So having that adventure, why the adventure matters. There's not this is how you have to go out and have adventures. You do not have to do extreme trails. You do not need big, huge tires. I don't know how many times um, I talk about that because one of the things I hear over and over again is, well, I don't want to take my Jeep off road. I don't want to go on trails because I don't have a lift. I don't have bigger tires yet. I'm stock. Doesn't matter. You do not need to camp in the wilderness to go have adventures. You do not need to keep up with anyone else because this really is about you. And your Jeep journey does not look like anyone else's. So there is no right or wrong way as long as you are out there. Maybe your adventure is a scenic mountain drive. Maybe it's a trail ride with friends. Maybe it's taking the top off and driving to a sunset, enjoying a sunset or a sunrise. Maybe it's packing a lunch and disappearing down a quiet back road for a couple hours. Maybe it's your first beginner trail at an off road park or a state park or a national forest. Maybe it's a solo drive with your favorite music turned up and the windows down. Maybe it's taking that road that you don't know where it goes, but you're just going to see, have an adventure, take the turns and see where you end up. And maybe it changes from season to season. And that is the beauty of adventure. That is the beauty and the amazing part of having your Jeep. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's version. It just has to feel like freedom to you. No right, no wrong. No, this is how you have to do it. No, oh, if you're not doing this, you're not having adventures. No, if it feels like freedom to you, that is all that matters because the goal isn't to impress people. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. The goal isn't to prove anything. The goal isn't to build the biggest Jeep or take the hardest line and go on the hardest trails. For some people, that is a goal. And that is an amazing goal. And if that is you, I want to commend you, applaud you. That is amazing. But that is just one way to go out and have adventures because the goal is to go. The goal is to get out there, to experience, to breathe, to reconnect, and however that looks and feels like to you. And to remember that you are still in there underneath all the responsibilities, all the pressure, all those different hats. Sometimes the bravest thing that we can do is choose ourselves and choose ourselves, even if it's for a few hours. Choose joy, choose adventure, choose something that fills you back up because we have to take those moments and that time because when your soul is fed, you show up better everywhere else. When you have more energy, when you are excited, when you are feeling amazing, that shows to everyone around you. And this is where confidence matters because adventure feels very different when fear is riding in the passenger seat right next to you. We don't want fear. We want to get out there and enjoy those. And when you're worried about damaging your Jeep, when you're afraid of getting stuck, when you don't understand what buttons to push, when to do things, when you feel like everyone else knows something you don't. And when you're first starting out, it can really feel like that. Or it could be that the fear can keep you parked. It can keep you from going out on that adventure, taking your Jeep out stock. Because when you understand your Jeep, when you know what to do, when you know how to stay safe for you and your Jeep, when you know how to protect both you and your Jeep, everything changes. You relax, you trust yourself, you enjoy the experience more, and you finally get to focus on the adventure instead of the anxiety. And that is what is so important to me. Probably the most important thing to me because I believe wholeheartedly, so strongly that why adventure matters is it gives us an opportunity to go see things we wouldn't see before, get out there. But the biggest piece of why the adventure matters is because you're doing something for you. And I feel so strongly that with all these different hats, we put ourselves last and we have to find that space where we're excited, energetic. And it doesn't have to be crazy big adventures. We all have to find a space where we can find joy and happiness, let go of the things that are going on in life. Because let's be real, life happens, things change as we hit different, uh, I don't want to say decades, I hate that word. So as we hit different chapters and different spaces in our life, usually they have to do kind of with age too. We shift with those. And it's so important to maintain something that keeps us excited, feeling young. And that is what this is all about. And so I just want you to know, to me, getting out there is the most important thing. And if this speaks to you, I would love to personally invite you to my free web class. It's on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can jump on super easy, ladyjeepers.live/trail. And it is focused on how to have epic Jeep adventures without the fear of damaging your Jeep, getting stuck, or feeling overwhelmed, even if you've never put it in four-wheel drive before. In this free class, I help you understand how to feel more confident, more prepared, and more capable so you can stop guessing. You can stop second guessing yourself and start enjoying what your Jeep was built for and why you got it, and all of the amazing things you can take your Jeep to go and do. So, join me, super easy, for a powerful night together, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, super easy to get to, ladyjeepers.live/trail. And jump on for a free web class together. All right, I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me today on the Ladies Confident Trail Show and podcast. This is our weekly show and podcast that we do live together. So be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, for a brand new weekly episode where we talk confidence, cheap education, adventure, modifications, parts, and building a Jeep life that you love. So set a reminder on your phone. Make sure to jump on here with me every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
We love to go off-road in our Jeeps because it makes us feel free. Subscribe and join us weekly. Adventure is a skill, confidence is built, and you belong on the trail. This is the Ladies Confident Trail Show. This is the Ladies Confident Trail Show.